Mackenzie Johnston with Cattle News Central, bringing you your February 21st cattle industry headlines. Brought to you by AgRisk Advisors. They provide risk management programs to livestock producers all across the West. Whether you are concerned about price or weather risk, AgRisk Advisors, they are here to help. With current day market fluctuations, there is nothing more important than locking in a price floor on your cattle. So if you would like to learn more about an LRP, go ahead and reach out to an advisor today. Also sponsored by American Beef Producer Magazine. They offer in-depth articles on a wide variety of topics within our industry. They feature award-winning photography and so much more within their publication. If you'd like to check out their most recent edition, their February edition, and just learn a little bit more about the publication, all you got to do is click on the American Beef Producer Magazine link above in the caption. That will take you over to their Facebook page where you can check all of that out. And finally, we are sponsored by Circle 5 Cow School. If you're wanting to learn how to preg check your own cows or start AIing, Circle 5 Cow School is the way to go. Almost every week they are hosting classes in between Texas and Tennessee. If you'd like to check out their schedule, head on over to circle5cowschool.com. That is the number 5 in there, or you can go ahead and just give them a follow on Facebook. Reuters has reported that on Thursday, JBS withdrew its proposal to acquire the remaining shares of its U.S.-based subsidiary, Pilgrim's Pride. A securities filing revealed that JBS was unable to come to an agreement with Pilgrim's regarding the terms of the proposed transaction. Back in August, JBS announced its plan to acquire the remaining shares of Pilgrim's Pride for $6.5 billion, with the goal of delisting the company. At that time, JBS owned 80.21% of the poultry giant. When the announcement broke this past Thursday, shares of Pilgrim's fell more than 16%. Reuters has also reported that on Friday, John Deere raised its annual profit forecast after posting estimate-beating quarterly earnings. The world's largest farm equipment maker expects a margin boost from price hikes and solid demand for its tractors and combines. Reuters reported that demand for ag equipment is high right now because farmers are flush with cash from high grain prices and government support from the pandemic. But at the same time, farmers are also facing the challenge of increased inputs, such as fertilizer and fuel. According to USDA, estimated net farm income rose 25% last year, but it is expected to fall 4.5% this year. John Deere claims that they have been forced to increase their prices due to rising shipping and supply chain costs. But the increase in price has not hurt demand one bit. The company's North American order books are full or nearly full for most of its large farm equipment this year. John Deere forecasts fiscal 2022 net income to fall somewhere between $6.7 billion and $7.1 billion. For the company's first quarter ending January 30th, net sales from farm equipment operations rose about 6% to $8.53 billion. However, the company's net income fell to $903 million or $2.92 a share, but that still beat the average estimate of $2.38 a share. And finally, the Wall Street Journal has reported that as days pass by, the reality of Russia invading Ukraine becomes more probable. It is literally just a ticking time bomb over there, waiting for Putin to make the move at this point. Besides placing about 150,000 troops on Ukraine's borders, Russia is also performing naval exercises in the Black and Azov seas. These exercises are rattling ship owners and exporters because the Russians are only allowing a ribbon of shallower coastal waters for merchant vessels to navigate from ports in Odessa and elsewhere. Through all of this, Russia claims that their naval drills comply with international law and do not hinder merchant traffic. The communist country has conducted maneuvers like this in the Black Sea in the past, but nothing to this extent. Ukraine relies on exporting agricultural and mining products, mostly grain, iron, and iron ore. Almost 90% of Ukrainian grain exports are transported by sea. The country is projected to be the world's third largest exporter of corn in the 2021-2022 season and fourth largest exporter of wheat. If these exports were to come to a halt, so essentially when these exports come to a halt, that would shut off 12% of all global wheat exports and 13% of all global corn exports, according to the USDA. It is, like I said, just a ticking time bomb over there with Russia on the borders of Ukraine. That is all I have for you guys this morning. I hope you all had a great weekend. I have to apologize for being absent last week. I believe I only did two updates. I am still dealing with some migraine issues, so for some reason, if I am not here on some morning, do not fret. I will most likely be back the next day. You guys have yourself a wonderful Monday, and I'll catch you later.